Hi there, my name is Lorcan, and if you're watching this video, you have already registered for EUMETCast using your EO portal account. If you don't know what EUMETCast is, it's a way to directly receive our data using a satellite link. You can sign up for EUMETCast registration using an EO portal account. In this video, I'm going to guide you through the different stages to setting up a EUMETCast station. Our first step is going to be assembling our antenna. We've chosen our antenna size based on the footprint of the satellite and our geographical location. We have chosen a 1 meter antenna. The reason we've chosen a 1 meter antenna is because we are targeting the basic service and also HVS1. EUMETCast is split into 3 distinct services. We have the basic service, HVS1 and HVS2. They correspond to different data rates and different products. We are only targeting the basic products in this video, and so we've chosen a 1 meter dish. If you wanted to receive HVS2, you would need a larger dish of size minimum 1.8 meters. But again, this changes depending on your geographic location, so make sure that you reference the EUMETCast document on our website. Now that we've assembled our antenna, we need to point it at the satellite. We're targeting EUMETSAT 10A. In order to do this, you can use an app like Sat Finder, which is available on both Android and iTunes, but you can use whatever works for you. Using the app or our dedicated antenna pointer, we're going to point our antenna to the approximate location in the sky where the satellite is located. Again, we're targeting EUMETSAT 10A. Now that we have our antenna assembled and pointed in the rough direction of the satellite, we're just going to go ahead and connect it to our router and then to our computer. For this build, we're going to be using the TBS 5927 DVB S2 router, which is the cheapest option that is compatible with our EUMETCast service. For a full list of the compatible DVB S2 routers, please see our website, which you can find linked in the video description. So now that we've connected our DVB S2 router, we need to connect it to our computer. There's a couple of different ways in which these devices can interface with a computer, so we should probably take a minute to talk about why you would choose one over the other. So the routers on the recommended list on our website interface with our computer in 3 different ways. So the first way that we have is USB, like this one right here. So you can see it's a USB 2.0 connection. The second type is via gigabit Ethernet port, like this Nova right here. So it has a gigabit Ethernet interface on the back and 1 RF input. So in many ways, it's very similar to the TBS that we have right here, other than the way in which it interfaces with the computer. So the third type of connection is an internal connection using a PCI Express slot. So this is an internal card here that connects via these connectors to a PCI Express slot inside of a computer on a motherboard. This particular model has 2 RF inputs, which means that you can receive the basic service, HVS1 and HVS2 at the same time. So each of these connections has pros and cons. So this particular interface type, USB 2.0, is the cheapest type of connection. That's why this device is so cheap. However, it's limited by bandwidth. So you can only receive, as we previously discussed, the basic service and HVS1. This particular device, the Nova, has a gigabit Ethernet port. So it's not limited by bandwidth. We can receive HVS2 on this particular piece of hardware. However, as it only has 1 RF input, we have to choose between receiving the basic service, HVS1, or HVS2. So both of these models here are external boxes. They require an external power source to function. This one 12 volts, this one 24 volts. That differentiates them from this particular model right here, because this is powered by the computer that it's plugged into. The other thing that differentiates this model is that it has 2 RF inputs, as previously discussed. So you can receive both basic service and HVS1 in addition to HVS2 simultaneously from the E10A satellite. So each of these options represents a different price point and also a number of pros and cons. For this particular build, we're going to do away with these 2 options right here and focus on the most affordable and most accessible option. So we've chosen our router based on our requirements to receive the basic service and the HVS1. And now we're going to go ahead and connect it to our computer. So the first thing that we're going to need is a computer. The second thing that we're going to need is power for our DVB S2 router. So I have a nice adapter here. I'm just going to plug it straight in. And that's turned on, working the way it's supposed to. Okay, now we are going to need to connect the router to the computer. We're going to do that using a USB 2.0 connection for this particular model. Go ahead and plug that in. Okay, the other thing that we should probably have at hand is our EKU, electronic key unit, that we would have received from EUMETSAT as a result of registering on EO portal. This is going to allow us to decode our data once we've downloaded it via the satellite link.